Pradesh. And this is obviously this can be used for the public welfare. But have they created something for the betterment of the devotees? And why Chief Minister want to use all these funds, the schemes which are launched as his name, Sukh Ashray Yojana, Sukh Education Yojana. No Chief Minister before than this Chief Minister has done like this. Okay. They have promised what they have made the promises in their election manifesto. Have they fulfilled all the promises? Okay. They have promised the 1,500 rupees to every woman of the state up to the age of 18 to 60. But they have not fulfilled. They have promised 1 lakh jobs.
Okay, so let's take this one by one. Let's take this one by one. Let me bring in Tehseen Poonawala. Tehseen, leader of opposition in Himachal, Jairam Thakur, says taking money from temples, using it for government schemes is incorrect. You heard Sanjay Sharma of the BJP. He's saying that these are schemes that is promoting the Chief Minister's name and schemes that he has launched. So it has a political angle to it. Hindu organizations insist if money is taken from temples, it should be for charities run by temples, not by a government for the state, which will encourage whatever the Chief Minister wants.
Gaurav, at the onset, thank you so much for having me in the show. Good evening to you, to all my fellow panelists, all your viewers, and wish you a very happy birthday, Gaurav. May Lord Shiva bless you. There are 2 issues here. First of all, the Chief Minister's name is not Sukh. It's Sukhwinder Singh Sukhu. And Sukh means peace. I wish the BJP understood some amount of basic Hindi, but the BJP is as confused on your show as it is in real life. What is the issue? There was a letter written January 29th, 2025 from the Ministry of Social Justice and Empowerment. It's no law. It's a request that if you have funds, can you contribute for destitute women and for orphan children? It's a letter. All our great temples, our country's greatness is our temples. That's where our culture is. They contribute. In fact, I remember when I was working COVID, so many temples came and contributed. That's the greatness of this great nation of ours. So somebody is asking for contribution. In fact, during Jairam Thakurji's time and other times as well, when the BJP was in government, these great temples of ours contributed to the government during disasters. Yes. So what is wrong in asking our temples to contribute? And it's voluntary. There's no compulsion out here. Okay. They have not been able to answer that. Number 2, I am challenging the BJP spokesperson. Tell him that today, Prime Minister Modi, now that the parliament will start in the next few days, will bring in a law to free our temples. I am with you, Gaurav. All our temples must be free. The BJP is the biggest hypocritical party in this country, which has in fact got more temples under government ambit. Make our temples free, just like our mosques and our churches are free. Why won't the BJP do it? Bring in a law tomorrow morning. I promise you, I will lobby for opposition support. Okay, I will come to freeing temples from government control in just a moment. But since you've put a direct question to Sanjay Sharma, so you want to quickly respond to Tehseen Poonawala before I bring in Sujata Pandey and Abbas? Response, sir.
This is not a question of BJP and Congress, Tehseen. This is a question of the sentiment of the devotees of this country, and particular of the state. The devotees are giving this money for their wishes to the god and goddesses of the state. This is not the question. Have you created all the infrastructure near the temples? Have you given all these requirements? Have you fulfilled the requirements of the devotees? The devotees are standing on the rows of the roads. But you are taking money only because this is not only for the Sukh Ashray. The money which is given by the central government sponsored scheme, that is also government is spending on the salaries and the pensions of the people, employees of the state. Basically, this is not the issue that where this money is going. But this is not utilizing, this is utilizing because they have made false poll promises and they are using this money for that purpose.
Tehseen, I'm coming back to you in just a moment, but I want to bring Sujata Pandey.
Diverting the money which they are getting for the central sponsored schemes, they are diverting to the pensions and salaries. I'm against it, saying again and again.
And
Basically,
pensions
state
and
is
salaries have been
under the
delayed.
economic
Pensions and salaries
emergency.
have been delayed in Himachal Pradesh. But Sujata Pandey, what is the BJP opposing? Because Tehseen Poonawalla and before that even the Congress party has said even in the BJP government, money was taken from the temple and used for good public use, whether it was disaster relief or COVID-19. What is wrong if the Congress government is doing it?
So your question has the answer. Is that the money from the temple funds have been used previously, but only in the case of calamity or disaster relief funds. So are you saying that the Sukhu government has gone bankrupt? The Himachal government is claiming its bankruptcy so that to fund the Rahul Gandhi's Khatakat scheme, it has to go to the temple trust. And then Tahsin said that is a request. No, Gaurav. Look at the letter which has been addressed to the temple trust. They have referred to the one second the Himachal Pradesh Hindu Public Religious Institution Charitable
Yes.
Endowment Act 1984 and said that the temples have been, under this act, the temples have to make this charitable donations in this, and therefore the temple trust should be donating in these funds. Okay, so that's the point of contention. Second is what BJP is objecting is the hypocrisy of it, the entire hypocrisy. In the entire election, you use and abuse Hindus. Your whole India Alliance calls about the Sanatan ka Samool Nash, compares it to dengue, malaria. You wage against a war of the Shakti, and then you call Hindus by different names. They say कि मंदिर जाने वाले लड़कियों को छेड़ते हैं, eve teasing करते हैं, etc., etc., etc. And then you say that temple अभी हमारी scheme को fund करने के लिए the temple trust should come forward and do it. I have no problems, Gaurav, with temples coming and helping the needy. Temples have done it for thousands of years. They continue to do it. But then the ever-ending, the ever-going debate about should the temple be built or the development of the state versus that debate should be put to rest. Because from Mahakumbh to Ram Janam Bhoomi to Kashi Vishwanath corridor to Ujjain temple corridor, Congress party and its ecosystem has always gone against it. Say that this is a waste of public fund, this is a waste of state fund. Why is it being, even from Mahakumbh, you see how what the statements have come out.
Okay.
And now in your own state to fulfill your own Khatakat scheme, you're gone to a temple. So this
that's a pertinent point you're making, and Syed Abbas wants to respond.
Yes,
Abbas wants to respond to it, and I'll come straight back to you. So Abbas, does the BJP have a point, and do Hindu groups have a point when they say that political parties and some in the India Alliance may use words which are unpalatable or sentiments which are unpalatable about the Sanatan Dharma? And then say, why is the government doing this? Why is the government doing that? And then they go to temples and take money from temples for government schemes.
Gaurav Sahab, let me quickly associate this statement with a statement made by DK Shiv Kumar ji, who is a strong Congress leader, who said that he's born a Hindu, he will die a Hindu, and he's proud to be a Hindu. But that does not mean that he does not love other religions. The fact of the matter, I can tell you one thing, me and support many a times, myself and Tehseen has supported the Congress party, and we were the first ones to condemn Udaynidhi Stalin's comment on the Sanatan Dharma. I believe it's a great Dharma and Dharma for the life of humanity. Now, second point, BJP spokesperson Sanjay
political
Sahab
parties
has
that
mentioned,
criticize the Sanatan Dharma, they want to control temples run by the Sanatan Dharma and use that money often for their political benefit in the names of schemes that may be government schemes. So you criticize the Sanatan Dharma but control temples. That doesn't add up.
Gaurav Sahab, I will answer that. Gaurav Sahab, I truly believe, in the Sukh Ashray scheme in the Himachal Pradesh government under Sukhwinder Sukhu Sahab, if it is used for the best of children, it is something like the BJP. Modi ji has always supported the destitute women. He's spoken of women empowerment. Why not for the good cause? As a matter of fact, previously in the BJP government, it has used for good causes. Why not this? Isn't it a bigger calamity when there are orphans, when there are elderly, when there are destitute
Wonderful.
women?
My question to you was about Tamil Nadu, sir.
Reason.
No, that's a fair point you make, and that's the point I raised first. That's the point I started with when I went to Sanjay Sharma of the BJP. But my question is about those who say Sanatan is bad or compare Sanatan, as Ms. Pandey said, to dengue and malaria, but still want to control temples.
no, that I would say is something of a duplicity and hypocrisy. I think those who believe Sanatan that way, especially, let me come to, it's not the whole of India alliance, it is one Udaynidhi Stalin and a DMK. Previously, the Bharatiya Janata Party has also aligned with them, and their stand was same against the Sanatan Dharma in the times of Periyappa.
Atalji.
Since then, it has always been there. So therefore, आपका alliance हो तो DMK के साथ तो ठीक है. Then why did you align with
Sanjay
the
Sharma
DMK?
wants to
30
come in.
seconds,
Sanjay
please.
Sharma wants to come in, as does Sujata Pandey. But before I come to you, Sujata, I want to ask from Sanjay Sharma, is your objection to the state using temple funds for schemes, or is your objections to temples being under government control? Because as Tehseen Poonawala says, then the government should actually remove temples from government control completely across the country. Even that doesn't happen, sir.
This is not the question where this money is spent. This is the question that government is taking on the name of the orphan children, but spending money somewhere else. It is going for the pensions and salaries of the employees because they have promised the OPS in the state, which was opposed by the central government. But he promised, but he could not fulfill that promise also. That is also half-done promise. And now government is turning to the UPS. Our objection that you are taking money from this is not that the state was not doing something for the orphan children before that, before he comes the power. And what he said after becoming the power, what he stated in front of the media in Delhi.
Sir, but that's a
His
very
statement
grave
was,
charge you're leveling.
I have
You
come
are
from
saying...
the state where I have defeated 97% of Hindutva Vichardhara. Hindutva ideology I have defeated in the state. What was his statement before the media and in the party meeting in Bangalore? So this is a dual face of the chief minister.
Sir, but that's a
you
very
are-
grave charge. Does the BJP have evidence to suggest, because pensions were delayed in the state, salaries were delayed in the state, and we've spoken of it, how the state debts are just going through the roof. Does the BJP have evidence that money is being taken from temples and going into paying pensions? Mr. Sharma.
Yeah. So even government, if government is doing, if government wants to do something for the betterment and for the welfare of the student, the money which was given by the central government in Samagra Shiksha Abhiyan, that is government is spending. They are giving to the institute, but later on they are withdrawing and they are using that money which was giving for the education. That money you are spending on the pensions and salaries of the state, and
Okay.
for the government is refusing to take fresh IAS and IPS officers in state quota. But the next day they are appointing the new chairperson and vice chairperson in different corporations and board. This is the
Okay.
face of this government.
Okay, Tehseen Poonawala, very, very grave charge being leveled by the BJP on this broadcast. This is not just taking money from temples, but the BJP alleges it is being taken in the name of welfare of orphans and destitutes, but being used or diverted to pay pensions. Response, sir.
This is what I call hit and run. Typical hit and run politics. Gaurav, allow me to expose the BJP. The question asked is your daddy at home? They're answering my mummy's cooking food. I did no answers. Now, number one, fake news. Can they give one shred of evidence on your show, Gaurav? And I will join you in telling the BJP they're correct that this sort of thing happens.
Sir,
I never interrupted you. Sir, this is Gaurav's show. Sir, this is Gaurav's show.
Okay,
sir, this
one
is
by
Gaurav's
one.
show.
Mr.
Sir,
Sharma,
this
I'll
is
just
Gaurav's
come
show.
back to you, but let Mr.
Please allow
Poonawala
me.
complete his points.
No
Go on,
one,
sir.
they have no evidence of it. No audited report has come out. They have no paper document. His only evidence, even on your show, is come with me and I'll show you. This can't be evidence. I am asking you, I will join you on your show. If you have evidence and you put the paper that money was diverted, there's any audited report, I will come with you to court. Sir, number one, please, you have no report. In the money is now to only the letter is gone. You will know in future what will happen. If you're so Nostradamus, you should work on it. Number two, then to divert attention, they went to OPS. OPS was ended in 2000. 2004, the new scheme came in. The first retiring employees for OPS who come into this new scheme, the decision taken 2023, will only happen in 2032. How did the pension get delayed? Look at the amount of whataboutery on your show. Let's talk of Sir Sharma ji, not accepted. Sharma ji, your opening statements was that devotees will get angry. Are you telling me my Hindu fellow citizens will get angry that young children, destitute women are getting privilege from the money they've donated to our beautiful temples? Is that what our Hindu fellow citizens will get angry about?
Mr. Sharma, also quickly respond before I bring in Sujata Pandey.
One last line. If our Hindu citizens don't have facilities, 5 years prior to this, you were in government. What were you doing? You did as much as the Prime Minister's press conferences, zero.
Okay, respond, Mr. Sharma, before I bring in Sujata Pandey.
Gaurav, you have conducted the debates on the same issue of the pensions and salaries of the employees. Even the Chief Minister stated in the House in Himachal Pradesh Vidhan Sabha that they will delay their salaries for 3 months.
Yes.
The debates
were
conducted in your channel also.
3 days.
But in one case of Himachal Pradesh, Supreme Court issued the notice to the government of Himachal, not the notice, even ordered that one of the prime property of Himachal government in Delhi,
The Himachal Bhavan.
the Himachal Bhavan, if you don't have funds to give the security back to the power company, government can even. It was ordered to the company to sell it. Even the hotels of the HPTDC, they were on the sale. That order was issued by the Honorable.
So that's you are accusing the government of financial mismanagement. The government is saying that we are carrying the burden of the previous government's freebies.
Just take one line.
But the last 2 minutes I have on this part of the show, I want to bring Sujata Pandey on another aspect that Tehseen also raised. Sujata Pandey, is the BJP or are the Hindu organizations, including the Vishwa Hindu Parishad, looking to free all temples across the country, whether it's in Tamil Nadu or Kerala, and these are very, very rich temples in these states, or Karnataka, free them from government control? They should be managed by a board without government pressure. Is that a prayer? Because that should be a nationwide effort if that is what the Hindu groups want.
Gaurav, first, I would like to answer the previous part of the video, then I'll come to this, that the whole contention is not about the temples donating money for a good cause.
Yes.
The contention is that the hypocrisy of the Congress government asking only the temple funds and not asking the Waqf board, which is the third largest owner of the land and has crores of land on its dispersal. It's not going to the Christian groups or the churches for the same, because we are all part of India. We should all be contributing. If it is about the education of children, I think Hindus, Muslims, Sikhs all should come together. And why only to call for the temple funds?
If you know about the
Waqf board, and that's the first thing of hypocrisy. Secondly, the question is, and I will link it to your question, that for how long, Gaurav, the temple funds will be an ATM for failed schemes, mismanaged financial debts, khatakat schemes and all of that. This needs to be answered, because the temple funds are for temple development and its welfare schemes.
Okay.
It's not to fund your political appeasement for any reason. That's true. And then coming to the free temple, of course, if in this country there is an advocacy for the Waqf board to exist, I think we are already late. This should have done yesterday.
Okay.
But call it the hallmark of the Nehruvian secularism, because in 1954 we got the Waqf board so that the entire intention was the Muslims who left their properties in India, went to Pakistan, should go to Muslims only and should be utilized only for Muslim welfare.
Can I counter that, Gaurav Sawant?
Okay.
The British draconian
Quick
law
counter, 30
of
seconds.
controlling
Okay,
Hindu
a quick
temples, just
30-second
like
counter,
jizya
but the
tax
fact
being
remains,
imposed on
if
temples
rules
has
are made,
not
let
been
those rules
discussed.
be equally applied to all, and not there shouldn't be discrimination.
No state
If
government-
it's why just
No
temple
government
funds?
exception for it.
If it's for public
Everybody
welfare,
is
use all funds,
making
whether it's
the
churches, gurdwaras, or even mosque funds. Sayyid
Gaurav
Abbas.
Saab, I think, with your last statement, I think wisdom has prevailed. Absolutely, sir. Count me in for this. Be it the Waqf Board, Gurudwara, or even the Christian missionaries must do this. I think it's a great cause. But Sujata Pandey ji, you've got yourself wrong
Okay.
on many accounts, ma'am. You're very ill informed. You think all those people who have Waqf property left and went to Pakistan, ma'am, my ancestors and their ancestors,
Okay.
they have died here.
The
They are
Waqf
buried
is
here.
another.
They have
No, a
not
lot
gone
of.
to Pakistan.
Hold on. That's a separate
Yeah,
debate.
yeah,
That's a separate debate, and perhaps we shall hear more on that in Parliament in the days ahead. But on this aspect, I'm glad everybody is on the same page. That don't just milk Hindu temples for public good. If it is for public good, let every bit of contribution come in, whether it's from temples or from mosques, or churches or gurdwaras and everywhere else. Sanjay Sharma, Tehseen Poonawala, Syed Asad Abbas and Sujata Pandey for joining me here on this India Today special broadcast. Many thanks. We'll track the story closely. A quick break. News and updates continue on India Today. Stay with us.
Motorola Razr 50 Ultra comes with Google Gemini.
India are the kings of T20 cricket, but an ODI title has eluded them for 14 long years. All eyes will be on Rohit Sharma and Virat Kohli. Can these two greats bring about a desert storm? With 8 of the best teams in the world in fray, this will be nothing less than a mini World Cup. Join us every day at 6:30 p.m. for all the ground reports, highlights and expert analysis on the Battle of Champions right here on India Today.
Make your media plan smarter with India Today Live TV on your connected devices. Amplify your brand with 100 million smart internet viewers. To advertise, mail us at sales@aajtak.com.
So, sorry.
100 सीएम बन गई रेखा, सीएम बन गई रेखा, जीत कर आई सबको है भाई। दिल्ली ने महिला मुख्यमंत्री पाई, सबकी पसंद रेखा। सीएम बन गई रेखा, सीएम बन गई रेखा, बेटी बचाओ और पढ़ाओ का नारा। देखो ये नारी शक्ति का नजारा, बाजुनी और कंगना को देखा, अब आ गई रेखा।